Hi guys, today I am back with another video. I'm going to be talking about something that I have never talked on my channel before. And if you guys have noticed, I've recently changed my YouTube name to just my name, Victoria Lynn. It used to be Basic Beauty 88 because I talked mostly about makeup and some fashion videos. But I kind of wanted to change it because I wanted to just be me. I want to kind of talk about more than just makeup and fashion. I have gained so many new interests and hobbies since I've been gone, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. And, just because it's my channel at the end of the day, and I can talk about whatever interests me. And I have recently been interested in the astrology world. I really have gotten into astrology. I've really been interested in learning about the signs, learning about characteristics, traits, who I am, what makes me me, and, what makes the people in my life them. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about astrology 101 because astrology is so much more complicated than just your sign. So I'm going to start off by saying that, if you don't like watching these types of videos, feel free to click off. If you want to learn more about kind of like the basics of astrology, please, keep watching because I love to talk about this, and it's one of the first things I ask people when I meet them now. It's like, it's like, hi, my name is Victoria, and your name, blah, blah, blah. And then like 10 minutes into the conversation, I'll be like, so when's your birthday? And then, it goes from there. So I'm going to talk to you guys about just the basics of astrology. Nothing too complicated. If you guys want me to do a more in-depth, detailed video about each sign, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to do it. But I just want to see if that's what you guys want to, you guys want me to do. But first things first is astrology. Now, when most people think of astrology, they think of your horoscope. And your horoscope is what you are. So today, since I'm filming this video, I thought I would wear my necklace. My necklace is from Kate Spade. It's Scorpio, and I saw this online, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I don't know if she still makes them, but I saw that she does like a necklace line and a bracelet line with, like for each sign. And it's such a cute idea. I love it, and I think this would make a great Christmas present for, any sign in your life. I will definitely link it down below if I see it online. I haven't been able to find the necklaces, but I will look and I will link it down below if I do have it, because I think these are so cute. One of my very good friends who got me into astrology, I saw these and I immediately thought of her, and then I was gonna get it for her for Christmas, but couldn't find it, so it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to try to search for it online on any website that sells Kate Spade, or Kate Spade's website herself. I'll try to find it for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, when you think about astrology, you think about, your basic sign. So, for example, I'm a Scorpio, and for someone else, they might be a Gemini, a Sagittarius, a Cancer, Capricorn, whatever. That's what most people think of when it comes to what's your sign. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. And that's, typical. And that is your sun sign. Basically, what that means is that's where the sun was when you were born. So it's like really where the earth was when you were born. And, if you're born the end of March, you're an Aries. If you're born at the beginning of November, you're a Scorpio. And, it's pretty basic. It's just like the top, it's just like the skin of the surface of what astrology really is. Now, some people might say, I'm a Gemini, but I don't feel like it fits me, because it's so much more complicated than that, because it really does break down into different planets and where the planets were when you were born. It's all about when you were born, what time you were born, and the location you were born. So, for example, your sun sign is what your characteristics are to the outside world, what you are, what the world perceives you. And then you have your moon sign. I know I'm not going to get too in depth, but you have your moon sign, which is basically your inner self. Kind of like how you think, how you process what you do internally, because you have different personality traits. For example, my sun sign is a Scorpio, and my moon sign is an Aquarius. So I kind of have some of those traits mixed in. It's not like, oh, I'm Scorpio, okay, so I love dark, metal, and I love, black, and I love this, and I love that. It's so much more complicated and so much more advanced. Basically, you have 12 signs total. So the 12 signs make up the entire zodiac circle. It's like a big, you know, chart kind of thing. It's like a big, I forget what it's called, a circle, I guess you can say it's a circle. It starts with Aries, then goes to Gemini? No, I'm not an expert. Don't, quote me on this. I think it's an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. It goes in that circle, and then it starts up again. So basically, oh my god, I just completely blanked. Okay, so there's 12 signs total. And what, so then we have this thing, then those 12 signs are broken into two categories, masculine and feminine. Masculine signs, I have notes here, so please forgive me if I'm looking down. Masculine signs and feminine signs doesn't mean that masculine is positive and forceful or, powerful, and feminine signs doesn't mean that the sign is weak, emotional, like, kind of what people normally think of like masculine, feminine. Masculine being tough and rough, and feminine being dainty and, girly, I guess you would say. But masculine signs are really more of the determined doers in the world. They're strong through action. They're action people, I feel like. And these signs, forgive me, I'm looking down. These signs are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Those signs are, the more action-driven people. The feminine signs are more self-contained. They're a little bit more, I guess, like, I wouldn't say reserved, but they're more in tune with their inner self. They're not as rambunctious. They're not as, over the top, kind of. Even though I'm not saying, like, masculines are over the top people, but I feel like feminine signs are more of the thinkers, more of the kind of like think before you speak type of things. I'm not, that's how I kind of portray it as. They're more of the self-contained, strong through inner reserves. That's what the book says. And those signs are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. So you have your two, masculine, feminine. Those are 6 signs each. Then you break them down further, and inside the masculine and feminine they break it down into 3 and 3. So then there's four groups of 3, and these groups are what I call the elements. Now the elements are fire, air, earth, and water. And basically that type of element kind of symbolizes their way, as they go through life, kind of thing. So the first things first is fire. You have your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire signs are very active and enthusiastic people. They're kind of like life of the party. They're very active. They like to keep busy. They like to, they like to challenge themselves, I feel like, too. And then you have your air signs, which are more intellectual, and they're really good at communicating. And these signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, because when I was writing all this stuff down, I was like, huh, that's interesting. The masculine signs are fire and air signs. And usually these signs mix well together when it comes to relationships. When you think of fire and air, fire needs air. And, the feminine signs are earth and water, and they mesh well together when it comes to relationships. So it's kind of interesting to think about that. So then you have your earth signs. These people are very practical and very stable people. I feel like they're really good at like being logical, being smart with certain things. They're very good at saving money. They're very good at like, just kind of, sorry, my nose is itchy. They're just very practical, logical people. And these signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. They're very grounded people, I feel like. And then you have your water signs, which I'm a water sign. We're very emotional and we're very intuitive. Kind of to the point where it's like, I'm not predicting the future, but if I have a feeling about something, usually I'm pretty right about it. And I get deja vu sometimes, which is pretty interesting. Like, I'll have a dream about something, and then a few days or a week later, something will happen. I'm like, oh my god, this reminds me of something. It's really weird. I can't really explain it, but it's odd. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we're very emotional people. We're very kind of like sensitive. And I'm not saying that each of these three signs in the element are exactly the same. Obviously, I feel like a Sagittarius is more adventurous, whereas an Aries is a little bit more reserved, but more kind of like a planner, a doer kind of thing. So I think that's kind of interesting. I have notes, okay? Then, inside those three elements, it breaks it down into three different, I think it's called quadruplicities. I don't know. I'll put the word right here. It's basically the signs, how the signs interact with the world. 4 signs in each of these categories. There's 3 categories total. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal signs are enterprising, they're outgoing, and they're the initiators when it comes to things. These signs are Aries, Cancer, and Libra. Last sign is mutable, and these signs are really good with change, kind of going with the flow, taking it day by day type of people. They're really good at just adapting to certain situations right on the spot. And these signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The last thing I want to talk about is polarities. Now, if you look at a chart of, all the signs, you would see, I'll put a link in the description down below of like a good picture that I like. Basically, if you look and you see, like, for example, like a sign, and then like they're opposites of each other. So for example, my polarity is a Taurus. Either you can really get along with this person, or you can kind of butt some heads. It's kind of a hit or miss. Like, they're very similar in some ways, and then they're also very different in some ways. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, either can work pretty well or cannot work at all. So that is really it. That's what I really wanted to cover in this video, kind of just talking to you guys about just astrology 101. If you guys want me to do a more in-depth video about each of the signs, please let me know. I would love to do it because I think it'd be a lot of fun. But if you guys have any questions, or if you want any recommendations, or if you are into astrology like I am, let me know down below. I'd love to, talk about horoscopes and astrology with you guys. But thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye!